The Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK presents The Delian Tomb. This adventure is based on an adaptation by Seth Harris and was produced from an original concept by Matt Colville of MCDM on YouTube. It is a free download for those that wish to explore it, and the links to this adventure and to Matt Colville's YouTube channel are in our episode bios. Last week, in episode 1 of The Delian Tomb, the trade caravan hauled up at a homestead along the trail in a bid to avoid an approaching storm front. The accommodating patriarch and family of the properties engaged in friendship, food, and gladly gave whatever they could to provide protection and some shelter. But the darkening skies brought with them even darker omens, and as the storm broke, so too did news that any family would fear. In the ever-worsening weather, the search for a stolen sibling began. Having located where the child had been grabbed from the greenery, the team traced their path into the Boar Woods and beyond. As the last light of day dimmed and the rain lashed down, the party continued to pursue the perpetrators, and, as we rejoin in episode 2, their trail has led them steadily upwards towards the far edge of the forest. Now, our tracking trio have their keen eyes firmly fixed on a derelict, long-forgotten fortification that one might assume to be abandoned. The Delian Tomb, Episode 2. It's War Hammer Time.
Camping. Ahead. There's a fire.
At this, Gillette will sniff the air, see if he can smell goblins.
Okay.
Which way is the wind going? 1 to 6.
That's
Go on then. I'll let you make a perception check. We'll go for it. Why not?
that's an 11 plus 1, it's 12.
Okay. With that, you can still have a faint aroma of goblin, let's say. You can't really discern much more from it. It's probably what you're smelling is more from the tracks you've been following. Just now you're out in the open, you've broke the tree line, the wind's carrying further, and it's damp around. It's not helping with discerning anything further than where you are stood at the moment. Okay. You are all stood at the bottom of the hill. You've deciphered there is something going on at the top of the hill that maybe involves a fire or a torch.
Seeing the light from a fire or torch of some sort up on the hill, Chell will immediately, doesn't even care, just full on lobbing the torch back down the hill, down the way they've came, just to get it out of the way. Okay,
cool. Yeah, so it's a good job it's raining, or else we would have been doing some checks. But
this is going to be a theme.
Yeet.
Chucking stuff.
Yeet. Okay, yeah. So it lands sort of on the trail as such, if you call it. And it's flickering. You can tell it's not doing any favours by lying in a shallow puddle. So you can imagine it may be extinguishing itself.
Extinguished.
Yeah, rather shortly.
Taking Sean Connery.
Yeah. So, you are now stood there with two people looking in dark vision and a dragonborn in the dark. What are we doing?
Do you think that somebody should creep up to the top of the hill and just actually take a look? I don't think we should all go. I think that perhaps somebody should look and just actually
not
see.
me. I can't see shit.
No, okay, that's fair enough. I could go. I'm fairly light on my feet, or Gila, you could have a look. Just
Right, if I go up, then it'll take me longer to actually be able to see anything.
Well, that's possible. Would you
but
like
I don't mind going. I ain't the stealthiest.
I'll tell you what. I'll go and have a look and see what I can see. Okay. I'll be back as soon as I can. Excuse me. So I forgot my name.
Hello.
Thank you.
Alaric.
I've remembered my name again. Alaric is going to wander up the track. When he gets towards the top of the track, he's going to try, obviously, and move more quietly, and then just perhaps lie on the ground, peeking over the actual crest of the hill to see what he can see from that point before going any further.
So, just to get this all straight, so you stood on the edge of the track, and the tracks, or the scent you were following, or whatever it is you were following, has veered off the track.
Right.
You're now going up a hill.
Okay.
So you're not on the track anymore, so you're making your way through, picking your way through rocks and a bit of undergrowth and bits and bobs. So, yeah, there's no actual any track to follow from where you are.
So as the crow flies through the bushes.
Yeah, that's sort of how we do it.
Cool.
So
I'll do that.
You're picking your way up in between the undergrowth.
I'll probably use some of the bushes to use as cover as much as possible.
Fine,
and try and move quietly to the top, just peek over the crest of the hill and see what I can see from there before I go any further.
Okay, so it's a fair way up the hill. It's not like a couple of feet, it's a couple of 100 feet up to the top. So,
right, so all I could see was like a glow. Right, got it. Yeah.
So you're more than welcome to carry on.
Yeah, I'll go to the top, see what I can see over the crest.
Okay, so get to the crest, and you're sort of looking out from like a rocky outcropping, let's say. You're not looking down on this structure you can see is at the top of the hill. Okay, so you can't get above it, but you can get near it.
Okay.
How close do you want to get to have a look?
I think Alaric would stop. He would try and get into a position at the top of the hill where, as he just goes over the crest, he can see what he sees at that point first. So from where the hill crests, does it flatten out? Can he see the ruins laid out on flat ground? So
the ruins are actually at the top. They're at the summit, let's call it.
Right. Okay.
So whichever angle you come at it from, you're going upwards to it.
Okay.
It does, from where you're seeing, if you're not going to go up right up to it, you can see it does level off. It's not like edge of building downhill. You can go up to the crest, and there'll be a short distance from there. Doesn't look like there's a great deal between the crest and the ruins, let's say. So you could probably get up there. You could probably peek up and make a perception check if you want.
Yep, I'll do that to start with and see where it takes me. Perception. Where's my perception? Oh, there it is. That's a 15 plus a 1, so that's a 16 for perception.
Okay. So as you look across, you can see between there's not a lot left of this building. As I said before, it's like there's a corner of maybe the tower or whatever it was, and that's about it. There's
pretty derelict.
It's been deserted a long time.
Okay.
Hundreds of years, let's say. Definitely from a time gone by.
Yeah.
There's a few outcroppings of rubble here and there. There's not as much rubble as there should be. You can guess it's probably been taken away over the years for obviously whoever needs a bit of stone for making their own settlements or fortification or something like that, or even the road down below. But what you can see, picking your way and looking through, you can see an entrance, for want of a better word, a doorway, a hatch, definitely leading down, and stood by it are 2 goblins. They're not moving, they're not walking around or anything like that. They just seem to be standing there. Standing guard, you can assume, maybe.
So this is a door in what's left of an outer wall, or it's some
it's in the foundation. So you've got the top, you've got what's left of the uppers.
Yeah.
All the foundations are still
Yeah.
sort of intact, and they look like there would have been a door or passageway leading down.
Okay.
There's no exterior, there's no building beyond this door. It's like a hatch thingy, what do you call it? The
Trapdoor.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
coal, like the coal hole
Yeah.
type thing.
Can I do... Obviously it's quite a large area, but can I do a swift but quiet lap around to see if I can see anything else around the perimeter other than
You can.
that?
We'll have to make a stealth check.
Right. Will I get any bonuses from the cover of rain, the pitter-patter of rain on the leaves or anything? Or not?
God, he's shaking. The pitter patter of rain.
Well, if the rain's coming down, it's
Yeah.
going to be quite noisy on the leaves and the woodland around, isn't it?
And let's face it, the guards ain't going to be wanting to taking too much.
No. So you're. So how are you? Are you moving from place to place? Or you?
I think I would stay just below the crest, obviously where they are, but then just do a lap round in the undergrowth, see if the undergrowth goes all the way round it,
Okay.
and see what I can see from the side and the back very quickly as best I can.
Okay. I'll let you do a stealth
Like
check
a circuit, if you like.
with advantage.
Oh, okay.
If you're not going actually up to the building, are you?
No,
Okay,
I'll
we'll
stay in
better-
the undergrowth.
Okay. So you're checking the perimeter more.
Yeah,
than anything.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so that was a 5 and a 16. What check was it? A stealth?
Stealth, yeah.
So that would be a 20, a dirty 20 all in.
Okay, that's cool. That's more than enough, yeah. So moving round, you don't get the feeling there's anything going on. You start to walk round to the outside. You circle around a bit. You might pop your head up a few times and duck back down, sort of keeping a general idea of where these other two goblins were stood on guard.
Okay.
As you move around, you can't really get any idea that there's anything else going on. You can see some walkways there's obviously they do patrol at some point. These two goblins stood on guard. You can take a guess at because you can see tracks, and they do sort of follow a rough ring around the tops, similar to the route you're taking yourself.
Right, okay. Okay, so from this, I suppose Alaric would assume that whatever is going on is definitely underground, none of it is above ground, other than the two goblins that are patrolling.
Okay.
Okay, Alaric will then move back, slip slide a little bit, depending on how steep it is, back down the hill to his companions and
Okay.
relay this information.
Okay.
All right, okay, we'll be best in.
Well, I get the impression that there is only the one way in, but there are only the two guards around the outside. And they do patrol, so they do move. Did they move in opposite directions to each other, or
They
go
didn't
together?
move when you were watching.
Right. So they're both just okay. They might patrol. It's possible that they may go in different directions, or it's possible that one may stand guard. Difficult to say. I couldn't tell. They just stood guard. But it does just seem to be the one entrance in and the one entrance out. So I'm assuming that whatever goes on is actually underground.
Well, like my old gaffer always used to say, if in doubt, clout it out.
Well, I think that might be a case of, yes.
Okay.
So, do we go up or do we rest and take watches here and spring before it gets light, or?
The lad ain't going to have much time. Like I said, he might well be in a suit before long.
That's a fair point.
It's
Okay. Well, we can use the rain and the dark as cover.
okie doke. Let's go.
Chell, have you got anything to add to this?
No. You're gonna have to leave me though, because I can't see shit.
Yeah, I mean, feel free to grab onto my cloak for now. I might, I'm sure we can. Have you got any other light?
No.
Right. Okay. Okay, we'll just.
With that, she's just gonna grab the hood and almost kind of strangle
Yeah.
Alaric.
That's not. Just not quite so tight.
Off we go then.
Yes.
Okay, so so you're moving your way up the few hundred feet to the top of the hill, and how are we moving? Are we moving quietly? Are we trying to be as quiet as we can, or are we going to go for like a full-on assault? How are we?
Stealthy is.
Yeah,
Stealthy is probably the
Okay,
way to go.
so you make your way up.
as my old gaffer said, stealthy is healthy. Chell, it's your turn next.
Okay, so yeah, you guys move up to the top. I'm not going to make you make a stealth check just to get near the top. Yet.
Squelch, squelch.
One goblin says, "Can you smell dwarf?"
Yeah, then you in the darkness you can hear.
Could do.
So, yeah, you get up to the top and peering through sort of the same cracks and crevices that you did, Alaric. You can point out to the others that there are indeed still 2 goblins standing guard.
Right, hold on a minute. Hold on. How far away would they be if we were on the edge?
If you're on the edge, I'm going to say 50 to 60 feet.
They stood next to each other, or are they a little apart?
They're sort of stood as like guarding the door. They are one either side of it.
Okay. I can cast some kind of distraction that will. Yeah, I mean, I can cast a distraction. I can create a noise to draw them off to one side, see if one or both go. If that is any good.
We could try, but I ain't the quickest, and that's going to take me some time. I'd need to get closer.
Well, there's nobody else here apart from them. So if we distracted them somewhere else, I could cause some flames somewhere, or a noise.
Yeah, but then you're going down with enemies possibly downstairs and behind you.
Yes, but the doors are shut, so any light that's cast up here, they will not see for now.
No, I mean, we've got to kill them.
What, do you want me to draw them away to a different... If you go along and I cast something over near you...
Yeah, that'd be brilliant.
Right. So, Chell, what do you think if... do you and Gilla want to go over to the bushes over there to our left? And then I will cast a noise near the edge of where you were hiding, and then you can spring them.
Sounds like a plan.
If one is left behind, I will attempt to deal with the other. I'm fairly stealthy.
Okay.
Okay. So, name again. Alaric.
Who am I? Who are you?
Who am I? I'm lost. I'm confused. I'm dazed and confused. Alaric is going to cast a thaumaturgy, and to my left, probably around.
Can we get there first?
Oh yes, sorry. Yeah, right, I did just say right. I will cast a noise about 15 meters to my left. So if you make your ways to 15 meters, and I can probably see Gila from there, put your hand up and wave or something, and then I will cast the noise. See if I can draw them away.
Right, Shell, that's about 50 foot. You don't know what a metre is, so go that way.
Yeah, metric. A big discussion about metric and old imperial. So
Okay. So I
Okay.
guess you've got to stealth over there.
So,
here we go.
Chell and Jill are going right, and you're going to cast
They're going left.
left.
We're going left.
Yeah,
And you're
and you're going to cast to the right.
No, I'm going to cast thaumaturgy in front of them. If they're just inside the tree line or just inside the undergrowth, I'm going to
So we
cast
can
it
spring and go bleh.
a few feet in front of
Ah, right.
cover,
Okay. Yeah.
so
I'm
that
with you
they
now.
can spring out when
Right.
they turn around looking for something as soon as their backs are
Okay.
turned.
So they're going to lay in wait.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the plan.
Right. I'm with you now. Okay. So. Yeah. I'll
Not gonna go.
Yeah. Okay, right, I've got it. I'm sorted, I think. So, Chell and Gilla make their way across the undergrowth. You're keeping... Well, you're dwarf, you're going to keep low. Are you making your way through? You're being quiet to take it? You're not going to just stomp on over there?
As
I am going to be as quiet as I possibly can,
Okay.
but obviously I'm a dwarf.
It's a very ambiguous statement, isn't it? Okay, cool. So yeah, well, I'll say you can get into your position. That's not a problem. Okay.
the first thing, can I see him put his hand up and wave, just briefly? Put your hand up and wave.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Right. I see that they're in position. The
Okay.
first thing I'm going to do is I am going to cast True Strike for myself,
Okay.
which extend my hand and point a finger at a target in range. So I'm going to target probably the one nearest me, because if any one of the two is likely to stay in position, it's going to be the one nearest me and not nearest them, because that one is more likely to go. I'm going on a logic basis
I'm
on
with
that.
you. Yeah.
My magic would grant me a brief insight into the target's defences should I need it, and if that comes into play, I'll go through the rest of it.
Nice.
Nice. I'm then going to cast thaumaturgy, which again is another cantrip, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to create a sound that originates. How far did I send you?
50 foot.
50 foot.
Right. Okay.
As long as they're within 10 or 20 feet.
Yeah. Well, this is 30 feet away, so I will go right to the edge of my 30 feet, and I will cast thaumaturgy, and I will create the sound of. I'm going to make it whispering. Indistinct whispering, as if a person were whispering.
Okay.
A human whisper.
Okay.
And yeah, yep, that's it, and that will last for up to a minute,
Okay.
and I can dismiss it as an action.
Okay. So what we're going to do here is, yeah, we'll go 50%. No, 40%. High or low?
Hi.
Well, just give me 40%.
40%
band.
increment. 20 to 60.
Okay, so if you fall in that band,
Yeah.
both of them will move over. number.
Okay.
If you're outside the land, 1 goblin.
And then we'll have to find out which one. Okay.
91.
Oh, only one of them.
So only one of them's going over it. Yeah.
Which one's going to be
Yeah, I think we'll rule it like you say. The one being closest to it picks up on it first, sort of like nudges the other one, and the other one's maybe just like he's looking around. They're on guard, but the goblin's not really on guard. He's looking around. He's scratching his butt, then he's picking his nose with the same hand.
Pick it, lick it, roll it, flick it. Okay.
So the other one nudges him and sort of says, you can hear him motioning and saying there's some conflab going on, and the other one shrugs, and you can tell he clearly hasn't heard it, but the other one has. And the first one tries to get the other one to come over, and he carries on scratching and picking something out of his ear hole and flicking it away, and just shoos him away, sends him off. Hello.
And as they're doing that, because they haven't immediately left, she is going to cast Thaumaturgy again to add a second layer onto the spell by making the bushes rustle with the whispering.
Okay.
So we're now just sat in bushes which are just rustling by themselves.
Well, yes, but they'd be 20 foot away from you. Yeah.
I get the feeling that you just could have done this yourself, guys.
Yes, but they're not directly in the line of fire, are they?
Okay, so it's cool. So we got a whispering, rustly bush.
Yes.
Okay. God, do we say that tonight?
Lovely.
It isn't on fire.
I can add another effect if you want.
So at this, the first goblin really gets hold of the second goblin, shakes him by the thing, gives him a bit of a poke in the chest, and then points over at the bush. And at that, yeah, I'd say you've got both of their attention. And so at that, they cautiously start walking across. They've probably got their weapons drawn at this point. They're approaching cautiously, slowly, trying to figure it all out. What this will now incur is Colin's favourite thing: stealth check.
Oh, you're moving.
Yay.
But they are now looking for what's in the bush, and you are hiding in the bush.
Ah, but they're 20 foot away.
Oh, okay, 20 foot
Yeah,
away.
because it was cast 30 foot and they've gone 50 foot.
Okay, fair show. Yeah, okay then. Yeah. Right, okay, what we'll do then, we won't say they're actively looking for you. It will still be a stealth check because they are aware that something is going on, so you will have to beat their passive perception, not a perception check, not an opposed roll.
Right.
Is this a really bad time to say I've got disadvantage in stealth?
And me.
What? Oh,
And a
God.
-1 on top of it.
Oh, shit. Right, okay.
I've got a +1 on it,
So-
but
I've just rolled. The first roll is a 3 -1, a 2. The second roll was a 13.
Okay,
2.
so mechanically, as because I'm not 100% sure on Dragonborn, is that a Dragonborn thing, having disadvantage on stealth checks?
No, I think it's because I've got scale mail.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Okay, we'll go for that.
Is that
Right.
natural
And
or
I'm just
worn?
shit at
Shit at
stealth anyways.
Okay,
and the dwarf rolled a 16 +1
yeah,
and an 18 +1. So his lowest number is 17.
okay. Well,
Good.
Oh,
I've
do you get
got
disadvantage? Yeah,
disadvantage
okay,
as well.
cool. Okay, so how this works out is, yeah, you are being shorter in stature and a dwarf. You're quite easily hidden in a bit of undergrowth. You're staying relatively still, holding your breath a little bit, not trying to give off any sign of you being there. Unfortunately, the 6 foot something dragonborn,
The shiny copper dragonborn.
that shiny copper dragonborn,
Oh God.
is just a little bit too big for the. Are you hiding together?
Well,
I'd
side by
assume
side.
so.
Yeah, I'd say you.
I'd be behind a bush, but she can't get behind the bush.
Well,
I think the dragonborn at this point might be providing more cover than the bush does.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, you're just too goddamn shiny, and the torchlight from the torches outside the door, they just catch and reflect off your metallic skin, and it unfortunately it does give you away. And at that, they definitely see you.
Can I just instantly try to intimidate them by like just rising out of the bush and just looming?
How far can I run?
I like that. Let's just see what we can do. How can we do that?
Just like straight up onto the tiptoes, like 6'3" onto the tiptoes, and just.
They're not going to be very
Okay,
good
we're going to go for an
goblins, are they?
intimidation
Sure.
check. Yeah. Okay, I've just got to decide in my head what's the DC on this.
Well, goblins are usually cowardly. For one. They're not very big.
They're not very bright either.
Okay, yeah, go for it, Yaz. Tell me what you get.
A 4 minus 1, a 3.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Be better at D&D. I've heard that somewhere before.
Yeah. So at that, yeah, you try to rise out of this bush, and you try to make yourself as big and as imposing as possible.
Fall over.
Yeah, you don't account for the tree root that is wet and slippery just in front of yourself. And as you do this, you fumble and slip. The one advantage you do have is as you trip and stumble, you do actually rest over the top of Gilla, so he is still quite well hidden because there is no dragonborn leaning on him.
I was all don't think.
You still are. You're hiding under a dragonborn now.
Right, well,
Okay, and I
will shrug the great. What you about? And he will stand up. How far would the goblins be away? Because they're 20 foot, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, where they were searching through the bushes just 20 foot away.
And he will charge.
Ah, but they will have spotted
There,
the dragonborn and they've moved up, haven't they?
so
Towards me?
So you guys stood together. So the way we're going to do this is you are undetected, thusly. The two goblins know where the dragonborn is, where Chell is. So we will roll initiative.
Right.
I'll put you in initiative order. You will get one free round first before they
Okay.
spot you,
Awesome.
and then we will drop into initiative.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll as well, being across the way?
Yeah, you can see this going on, so you see this all going on.
What's my initiative?
So I've just rolled a 17 minus 1, 16 on the initiative.
16.
The only good roll I've had.
Yeah.
Alaric is a 14 plus 2, which is a 16 all in.
Okay, so 216. What's your dex mods, guys?
Dex is a plus 2.
Minus
So-
1.
Okay, that's fair enough, yeah.
And Gilla is 13 plus 1, so that's 14.
14. That's all you guys, and now I've got to do 2 goblins. So give me 1 memento. Okay.
I think I've just got a thing with goblins, to be fair, because last time I basically died, it was goblins.
Right, this is the bit that was knocking me over. Okay, so do some quick maths. Top of the round we have. You were plus 2 on the initiative, weren't you, Sam?
Yes.
Okay. We have, top of the round, we have Alaric, followed by Chell, followed by Gillen, and then followed by one goblin, and then another goblin, because they rolled absolute terribly. So,
Long may it continue.
so you get a free round, and then we will drop into initiative.
Okay.
What would you like to do with your free?
Charge and smack.
Okay, yeah, you move into 20 feet. You can make that individual, no problem. Which one are you hitting?
8. First one, closest one.
Okay, close up, we'll call that number 1.
Number 1?
Yeah, you know, what do we roll?
8.
8. With an 8, it's not going to hit. So you charge in and you swing. They're already looking in your direction. They're looking at the hulking dragonborn that's picking itself up off the floor. And it's just, you haven't quite got enough time to close the distance down and get the surprise attack in.
Awesome.
Okay, so we then drop into the initiative, which will start with Alaric, please.
Right, from where they are 50 foot away from me, I assume that they would be engaged and looking into the bushes where both of these two are going to be.
Yeah,
Now
we can assume
spotted.
that. Yeah.
So, I have cast True Strike on the one. Now, I'm not sure whether that is now where that's positioned, but the one I cast True Strike on, which would have been the one stood on the right-hand side of the door.
Yeah, so
whatever.
we're going to say that's. Yeah.
Yeah. I will. It says on my next turn you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target.
Yeah, nice.
Provided that this spell hasn't ended, which it hasn't.
No, okay. Do that.
And I will cast. I will cast Eldritch Blast from where I am under cover. Actually, no. I'm going to come out of cover by about 5 foot. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast, and then as soon as I've released that, because it's got to travel 120 feet, I'm going to dive back into cover again.
Actually, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
5 foot step out, blast.
Yeah.
5 foot step back,
Okay.
back into cover, and wait and see what happens. So, True Strike is an advantage. Thank you. On a hit, right. Range spell attack against the target. Beam of crackling energy strikes towards the creature. It's going to be a green. It's an Eldritch Blast. It's going to be green.
Okay, yeah.
2 natural 20s! Oh my god!
Fucking hell.
What's the bloody chance?
Yeah, and I get the 4. You do
So
that.
this is where.
Hang on a minute, and there's a +5 to the cantrip as well. Hang on a minute. Range spell attack, +5 to hit as well.
So yeah, so that'd be your D20 roll, yeah.
I'm just checking something else because I also have something else here. Bear with me a second.
Do you have Agonising Blast?
I do.
So you add your charisma modifier to the damage.
Okay, so it'll be a +3 to the whatever damage I roll.
Yeah.
So
Yikes.
it is going to be on a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage. So it'll be 1d10 force damage +3. It's d10. D10. That's an 8 +3, which is 11 points of damage.
Ooh. Okay.
That's just mean.
So-
And back into cover.
Yeah, that's Eldritch Blast for you, isn't it? It's,
That's one of them right up the tush.
nice.
Charming.
Okay, so. Because it's your first shot in, how would you like to describe it, Sam?
I would imagine that it just hits him. There is a green flash that kind of obliterates him, so I lose sight of him briefly. And then when the green flash disappears again, I would imagine he's just on the floor with a pair of smouldering pants.
Okay, that's
Or
cool.
loincloth or whatever the hell it's wearing. It's a gobbo, I don't know what it's wearing.
Like,
It's just smouldering.
It's smouldering. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
That should distract his friend.
it most certainly will. Yeah. It's a shame his friend's so far down in the initiative. Okay, so brilliant. Yeah, we've dispatched one goblin without even breaking a sweat. Fantastic. Okay, next one in the order is Chell.
Gonna stand upright, fully upright.
Okay, yeah.
And then I'm gonna go for a Sacred Flame cantrip.
Okay.
So that is a ranged spell attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got that. So the roll with a +4.
Okay, yeah.
Which is a 6 + 4, a 10.
With a 10, does not hit. So yeah, was it Sacred Flame? Did you say you cast?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you try to muster the divine energy. Divine.
Divine energy.
Yeah, and you're still stumbling. You're still picking yourself up, and as you try to raise your hands up to engulf him in flame, it just doesn't take off. There's a few fits and spurts of flame, but not enough to catch. Okay.
Excellent. Love it.
Yeah, cool. So, joining now initiative in normal action, it is Jilla, who is still stood in front of the goblin you tried to attack before. You are face to face.
For smelly goblins. 8. She's had me 20.
She's happy 20.
Sorry about that. I am sorry.
Okay. So, fortunately, that does not hit. So the goblin, it's got you weighed up. It ducks under the swing of the warhammer, and it's unfortunately you didn't hit. So, round 2 now, the goblin, who is going to take. It's going to use its nimble escape ability, which allows it to use a disengage as a bonus action.
Which way is it going to run?
Which way is it going to run?
I don't know.
So, using an action, bonus action to full disengage, it still has its movement and action left. It's going to use both of those to action dodge, and it will quickly and slipperily, because that's a word, run towards the gate and back down the hole.
Right. Has it got what's its? Can I just ask what it's?
It's the
speed?
trapdoor.
It can, sorry?
How far can it travel?
It can move 30 foot, but it can disengage and then dash.
So that would be 60, which would put it just by the trapdoor. Would it actually make it through?
50 foot.
It can get it through.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But would it have to open the door?
Yes, that's an action, isn't it?
It's just going to barge straight through.
Oh, it's going to literally do a dive bomb through the door. Fucking hell. There's going to be a goblin-shaped hole, isn't there? It'd be like that hole in the wall thing. Is anybody goblin-shaped that can go through it?
Yeah, it has just bashed its way through, yeah? Okay, so that leaves you guys stood out with a single smouldering goblin.
I'm going to step out of the bushes and say, right, we need to go. Well, they're going to know that we're here, so if you want to go in, we need to go straight in now while we've still got some element of surprise.
Yeah, let's go.
Where is Shell?
Just down here. She fell on me.
Oh, useful. Shell?
No, she is stood up. You will be able to see her. She's stood up, just fighting the way out of the bush.
Does anybody want to cast light? You might as well now.
I can't.
Has anyone got a torch? I haven't.
There's one down on the road.
Hold on.
Yeah, Chell's just gonna start fighting his way out the thicket, just get pissed off and just mace straight through it. Just perhaps give the goblin's corpse a kick on the way over.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so I guess the thing to do. Right. Let us make our way across now, and I'm going to run however many feet it is. What is it about over to the actual door?
Yeah.
Just run.
You can make it. Yeah, we're not moving that.
Run to the door. I'm assuming that the doors are not. Presumably they're going to pull outwards, aren't they? So the goblin's like smashed its way through, or is it ripped the door open and thrown itself down?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So the door's still open.
These doors weren't much of doors in the first place. They haven't been erected by the goblins. They were whatever was left of whatever was there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, Alaric's just going to pull the door out the way, and then he's going to. On the way in, I don't know what he's going to do. He's literally going to jump in.
Okay, there are steps leading down.
Yeah, he's jumping down the steps. He's diving down the steps, man.
Okay, so
action shot with a cloak going completely like a 360 over me, just fighting with the hoods that I don't like. Lose my vision entirely.
Okay, so
is it dark in there?
It is dark.
Oh.
Does it smell like goblin?
It does. It smells a lot of goblin. It smells like goblin sweat and just general goblin BO is the best way to call it, really.
So like a lift in a block of flats, then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Lovely.
So, at the moment we have Alaric, who is halfway down the stairs, let's say, making his way down into the darkness. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'd be following. I'd be going down the stairs.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I now have a nice little bit to read from the book. So, darkness awaits down the stairs into the ruins. Faded carved scripts are barely visible in the stone above the entrance. From below you hear the occasional sound of goblins talking to each other in hurried tones. From further inside you can hear chanting and goblin song.
I think they're drunk. They're singing. You may get your alcohol from here. There's a reason to go first.
If you can call that singing.
There's a reason to go first. And she's going to grab the dwarf. He's going to grab the dwarf and just push him in front of him. Alcohol. Your turn.
Can't smell any alcohol because of the smell of the bastard goblins. Right, hammer ready. It's hammer time.
Brilliant.
Oh,
Shameless.
Brilliant.
They can't touch this.
oh.
And from down below you go. Du-du-du-du.
All the goblins are wearing parachute pants.
Apart from the one that's had him burned off that we left behind. I'm so glad we're recording this. Brilliant.
Okay, so you have a set of steps leading down, and in front of you you can see that they turn to the right, and you can see light creeping round from the corner. Where you're at the moment is dark, but you can see a hint of light coming up ahead.
Chell, there is some light down here. You'd be okay.
Well, you can see in the dark anyway, so it don't bother me.
Yes, so can I, but Chell needs light.
Right, let's go there.
Okay.
We're going in.
Okay, so
Oh dear.
at the moment you can see straight passageway with a right turn. So, are we going? How are you moving through? What are you doing? What are we doing then, Gilla?
I'm just going to be stopped, walking up,
Okay, cool. Get to the corner.
get to the corner,
Yep.
have a look.
Look round it. So you can see another straight passage. Carrying on. You can see a bit more light coming through. You can You can see that there's a lot of light coming from, but the passageway turns right again, but there is quite a lot of light coming through. So you can guess that round the corner you're probably going to be entering to where the source of light is.
Okay. Right, there's more light up here. There's another turn to the right, and it looks like there's more light up about. So I best think we better get ready to hit a few things.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
that's fine. I am ready.
And
While
that's...
we're-
Oh, go for it, yes.
I was going to say, while we're in the corridor making the way up, sorry, let me just find the spell. Chell is going to cast. I can't find the spell. Hang on, sorry.
All right.
Okay. Going to cast Bless
Okay.
on everyone.
Just
Okay.
remind me
And
what 5e
yeah,
does.
so for the people here who can't remember what Bless does. DM.
Bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And that is a concentration spell.
Okay, attack, save throws, plus 1d4.
To attack rolls
Yeah.
or saving throws.
Yeah, and that lasts for
Yeah.
how long?
It lasts for up to a minute.
Okay.
Concentration. Okay,
10 rounds. Okay.
cool.
No, 6 rounds. 10 rounds.
Cool. Right then, so,
Is that 6 rounds or 10 rounds?
Huh?
10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Maths. I can't.
Right then, so what we will do here is we are stood awaiting around the corner. Can you all quickly just give me a perception check?
I can't find my front shade.
5 plus 1, 6.
Is this perception skill check or passive perception?
Skill check.
Skill
please.
check.
16 plus 2, 18. For Chell.
6 plus 1, that's 7. All in for Alaric.
And you were, Colin?
5 plus
Not a
1,
lot.
6.
6. Okay, so only Chell sort of picks up. It's in the heat of the moment. You're all sort of getting yourself ready. You're getting yourself psyched up, and you know you've got a very good idea of what you're walking into. But maybe only Chell has taken a split second to think before acting, and Chell realises it's actually very quiet. You still hear a little bit of goblin song coming in. That's coming in from further in. The hurried chatter you could hear before has stopped.
Shit.
I think they know that we're coming. That gobble must have told them. He's obviously got there first, hasn't he?
So, right. We gotta go on.
Okay.
Okay.
We go on.
Okay. Okay, so this is a narrow passageway. So there's going to be a marching order going on here. So
I'm at the front, so anything they do can go over my head.
Chell will
okay.
go at the back. Chell will
Okay.
go at the back to help maintain the spell for as long as possible, seeing as it's a concentration one.
Nice. Yeah. Good one. Okay. Yeah. So
I did not see my evening going like this. Up the back passage of a goblin's house.
okay. So are you going to go around the corner? You peek in the corner? You're going around the corner?
Right.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay.
Righto.
Goblins, ready. Contenders, ready.
Right. So you're around the corner.
Yep.
You can see that the passageway opens up into a chamber, and at the very brief moment you get to look around, you see that there is a light source. It is a brazier in the middle of the room with a bonfire in it, for want of a better word. And there are some barrels, crates, upturned tables, whatever. And as you just have just enough time to take this in, you hear a whistle as...
Oh no.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay, an arrow whistles past you, and you hear it clatter on the wall behind you. Maybe ricocheting off the one side of the wall and hitting the back. As you now see, there are a number of goblins with bows drawn, taking up position behind various obstructions. Okay, and at that, we will roll initiative.
I've gone through every single one of my dice so far, and none of them have given a satisfactory result.
Well, finally, a nat 20 with a 1.
Okay, that's good. So, Gilla, 21.
5 minus 1, 4 for Chell.
Chell gets 4.
Sorry, just shuffling papers here, shuffling papers. Oh, the hell's my initiative? Oh, it's that. Okay, so that is a 13 plus 2, which is a 15 for Alaric.
Okay, cool. And let me just roll for the other guys. So that's going to be... Oh, Christ. These very lethargic goblins. but yeah. Okay, so
How many goblins do we see? Oh, don't know. Okay. How big's the room then?
Room's going to be 30 foot by 40 foot.
Okay.
Yeah. 30 by 40. Let me just get this order written down, please. Bear with. So, top of the round we have Gillette, followed by Alaric, followed by some goblins.
Shit, someone's rolled worse than me.
Some goblins. Then Chell.
Woo!
And then another goblin.
Hey, I'm not last, that's fine.
Yeah.
Having tracked their targets through the dark and difficult conditions, our soggy companions pitched up in the undergrowth at the edge of the forest clearing. Ahead lay a disused and long-defunct fortress with a pair of grubby goblins guarding the entrance, seemingly to a subterranean hideout of sorts. Some stinging shots and spell effects were exchanged, despite the Dragonborn deciding to spend a little downtime on the deck. Their foes finally silenced, they took a trip down the trapdoor with the path guiding them, first down a long corridor and then right into a room where they were greeted by a less than friendly welcome as inevitable conflict broke out. Tune in next week, folks, for episode 3 of the Delian Tomb. Shelutal the Eminent, the Dragonborn cleric, was played by Yasmin. Alaric Nightfellow the Tiefling Warlock was played by Samantha. Gilla Cortav the Dwarven Fighter was played by Colin, and some of the more dodgy sound effects also played by Samantha. The Delian Tomb is a free downloadable adventure adapted by Seth Harris from an original concept by Matt Colville on YouTube. It is available for download from DM's Guild, and you can check out Matt Colville's work on YouTube and MCDM online. All the links are in our episode bios.